You have unimaginable power. Your world is shaped by your ideas. Every day you have the opportunity to design the life you want. Your self-talk is where it all begins. Your thoughts and the language you use are the foundation of your destiny, not just concepts that exist in your mind. Think about this. What do you say to yourself when you wake up? Do you wake up eager for the day? Or do you groan and wish for more sleep? The conversations you have with yourself in the morning set the tone for the rest of your day. Now is the time to master your inner voice. Let's be clear, your brain cannot distinguish between what is happening in the real world and what you vividly imagine. Your brain believes what you tell yourself. When you say you can't achieve something, it starts looking for evidence that you are right. The good news is that the feeling is mutual. When you convince yourself that you can do anything, your brain starts working to make your dreams come true. So how can we harness this power? Awareness is the first step. Be mindful of your ideas. Notice when you are being negative. Just observe. Don't criticize yourself for it. Then make a new decision. Instead of "I can't," say "How can I?" Instead of "This is too difficult," say "I'm learning and growing." These small adjustments have a big impact. Now let's discuss repetition. Repeated ideas and experiences over the years have led to the views you have today. If you want to change them, you have to be constant. You can make sure you don't miss our videos by subscribing to our channel and enabling notifications. As soon as you wake up every morning, say to yourself, "Today is full of opportunities." Say it out loud. "I can do amazing things." Your body will react to these words. Try this every day and see how your life starts to change. But positive affirmations are not enough. You also need to write a new narrative for yourself. Who do you want to be? What kind of life do you hope to lead? Make this vision clear. Visualize it in your head. Imagine what it would be like to be living that life already. Then talk to yourself as if it were already true. Instead of "I hope I get that promotion," say something like, "I am confident in my skills and my value to this company." Or instead of hoping your health improves, remind yourself, "I am making choices that nourish my body and mind." Your words create your environment, so choose them carefully. I understand that some of you are thinking, "That sounds great, but I'm going through a difficult time right now. How can I be optimistic when everything seems to be going wrong?" I understand that life can be difficult at times, but the truth is that dwelling on your problems only makes them worse. This tendency must be broken. Start humbly. Identify one thing you are grateful for every day, maybe a hot cup of coffee or encouraging words from a friend. Focus on this feeling of gratitude. Let it fill your body and then build on it. Thank you for the coffee, and I look forward to what other wonderful things today will bring. This is about directing your attention to what is attainable, not ignoring reality. Remember that your mind works similar to a radio station. Which frequency you listen to is up to you. Why listen to the station of doubt and fear when you can listen to opportunity and progress? At first it may feel strange, as if you are fooling yourself, but persevere. Your mind will adapt. Let's discuss the importance of asking good questions. Your concentration and behavior are affected by the questions you ask yourself. Instead of asking, "Why does this happen to me every time?" try asking yourself, "What can I learn from this? What if I fail? How will I feel when I succeed?" These questions keep you focused on potential answers and solutions. Changing your self-talk will not only make you feel better, it will also physically change your brain. When you constantly think of new ideas and focus on new possibilities, you develop new brain connections. Your brain is rewiring for success. This is where meditation can help. If you take time every day to calm your mind, you can watch your thoughts without getting caught up in them. This provides a pause between stimulus and reaction. Here, you have the ability to make decisions. Choose ideas that help you and beliefs that give you strength. But don't limit this to meditation. Incorporate this awareness into your daily activities. Make it a game. How quickly can you recognize and refocus negative self-talk? For example, when you stop in traffic, remind yourself, this is an opportunity to practice patience. Similarly, when you face a challenge at work, say, I have the skills to deal with this. Now let's talk about fear. Fear often prevents us from talking to ourselves in a way that empowers us. We are afraid of being disappointed and looking stupid. The problem is that you will continue to have these worries whether you pursue your goals or not. So why not choose the path that leads to improvement? When your fear arises, face it. Thank it for trying to protect you, and then say to yourself, I know this is scary, but I'm capable of overcoming whatever comes my way. I prefer courage to comfort. Your self-talk is not just about success, it's about being the best version of yourself. It is about living an intentional and purposeful life. So ask yourself, who do I hope to be? In what way do I want to impact the world? Let these goals be reflected in your self-talk. When you say things like, my actions today are creating positive change, instead of I wish I was more confident, you are planting seeds for your future self. Or, I hope one day I can make a difference, instead of my confidence is growing every day. Now I want to underline a very important point. Changing your self-talk does not involve denying problems or pretending that nothing is wrong. It involves addressing challenges from a position of empowerment rather than victimization. When a setback happens, instead of asking, why me? Ask, how can I use this to empower myself? It turns setbacks into learning experiences and obstacles into possibilities. When you talk to yourself in this way, you build resilience, you gain invincibility. Let's discuss the power of visualization. Vivid mental pictures cause your brain to react as if they were real events. Therefore, when you combine clear imagery with positive self-talk, you create a powerful plan for your future. Take a moment to close your eyes. Imagine yourself living the life you have always wanted. What are you wearing? Check the details. Who is around you? How does it feel to be this version of yourself? Now open your eyes and say to yourself, I am confident, as if you are already that person. I am succeeding. I am changing the world for the better. Make it a daily habit and don't compromise on it. Even if your current reality doesn't change, your perspective will change, and your behavior will follow the change in your perspective. Your mental perspective and the external world begin to overlap without you realizing it. It is a typical mistake to compare oneself with others. In today's social media environment, it is very easy to get caught up in comparing your life to well-groomed and prominent photos. Negative self-talk such as I'm not good enough is often the result. I'm falling behind. Everyone knows how to do it. Take a deep breath. Remember, my path is clear. I am where I need to be. The only person who can compete with you is the version of you that existed yesterday. Pay attention to your own progress rather than the apparent success of others. Now let's discuss the power of yet. This one word can change the way you communicate about yourself. Instead of I'm not good at public speaking yet, or I can't do it yet, saying I'm not good at public speaking yet opens up new options. It reminds you that you have the capacity to develop and evolve. One important thing I want you to realize is that your self-talk affects everyone around you, not just you. Your relationships, your workplace, and even the people you meet briefly are affected by the energy you put out into the world. When you speak positively to yourself, you are more likely to do the same for other people. Think about the repercussions of this. By changing your inner monologue, you can help create a more positive environment. You become a beacon of opportunity for other people. Never underestimate the impact your example can have. Forgiveness. Many of us harbor self-defeating thoughts about our perceived shortcomings or past sins. Let's leave that behind. Empathize and say to yourself, I did the best I could with what I knew at the time. I decide to move on and learn from this. Forgiveness is not about admitting mistakes, but about letting go of the weight of negativity. It is about making room for new and powerful ideas. When you forgive yourself, new possibilities open up. Now let's discuss the importance of being specific in your self-talk. Specific, doable self-talk is even more effective than vague affirmations. It gives you a clear direction for your actions and makes your goals feel more achievable. For example, instead of saying, I want to be successful, try saying, I'm taking steps every day to grow my business and serve more clients. Similarly, instead of saying, I want to be healthier, say, I choose nutritious foods and move my body every day. Clarity is much loved by your brain. Give it detailed instructions, then see how it overcomes the obstacle. Let's talk about how emotions play a role in self-talk. Your emotions and what you say are closely related. You can change your emotions by changing the way you communicate with yourself. Also, when you change your emotions, you change your behavior. This is the secret to long-lasting change. Therefore, feel the words instead of just saying them. Feel the confidence in your body when you say to yourself, I can overcome any challenge. Allow yourself to feel worthy when you say, I am worthy of love and respect. To the extent that you can match your words with positive emotions, your self-talk becomes more powerful. What I want to discuss now is persistence. Changing the way you talk to yourself is like learning a new language. It takes practice and time. Some days it may seem difficult and your old habits may want to reappear. This is normal. Do not get discouraged. Instead, talk to yourself as a helpful coach would. I'm getting better every day. Failures are a natural part of the process. I decide to keep going. Honor your successes, no matter how small. Every time you identify and redirect a negative idea, you are rewiring your brain for success. Let's talk about the importance of appreciation in your inner monologue. Being grateful changes the chemistry of your brain, making it more than just a feel-good exercise. By constantly expressing gratitude, you teach your brain to focus on the good. As a result, success and well-being increase. So incorporate gratitude into your self-talk. At the beginning and end of each day, say to yourself, I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for the opportunities in my life. I'm grateful for those who help me. Repeat this regularly and observe how your perspective changes. Now let's discuss the importance of using the language of the present tense when talking to yourself. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is vividly imagined and what is real. When you say, I will trust myself, your brain instills confidence in the future. However, the moment you say, I am confident, your brain starts to concretize this attitude. Try saying things like, I am successful as if it were already true. I'm in good health. I am living my purpose. Your brain will try to make these claims fit your reality. This is about training your mind for the future you want to build, not rejecting your current situation. What if talking to yourself in a good way seems fake? What if you don't think what you are saying is true? This is where the idea of pretending comes in. Pretend it's real, even if you don't fully accept it yet. If you speak as if it were true, your beliefs will eventually catch up with your behavior. Remember that your current views are just ideas that you think about over and over again. They are not immutable realities. You are constantly choosing new ideas and forming new beliefs. You may not like it at first, but this pain is a sign of progress. Now let's discuss the effectiveness of self-talk in stressful or emergency situations. Empowering self-talk can have the most impact in these moments, but these are also the times when your automatic thinking patterns are most likely to take over. Be prepared for these situations in advance. Make a list of words you can use to help you stay focused and in control. For example, I can handle this. I have overcome difficulties before. I resolve to keep my composure and objectivity. This too shall pass. Practice these at times when you are comfortable, so that they are ready when you need them most. Let's talk about how identity works in self-talk. The I is of great importance as it expresses your sense of self. The problem is to behave in a way that is consistent with who you are. You say to yourself, I'm lazy, and you find ways to prove it. But saying, I'm motivated and productive, will cause you to behave in a way that reinforces your identity. Therefore, choose your I statements wisely. Make them realistic but goal-oriented. My self-confidence is growing every day. I'm a person who keeps my word. I'm always learning and improving. These statements affect how you see yourself and how you behave accordingly. Now let's discuss the importance of being adaptable in your self-talk. Consistency is very important, but it is also crucial to modify your inner monologue for various circumstances. Your self-talk before an important presentation may be different from your self-talk while lounging with relatives. Build a repertoire of self-talk for various situations. Have words to empower you when you need them. When you need to concentrate, keep some relaxing mantras handy. When you face obstacles, have words of encouragement ready. The more self-talk techniques you have in your toolbox, the better. You don't realize how powerful you are right now. Right now, you have the power to change your life completely. This is not magic or luck, but the law of assumption. Once you fully understand your reality, you will be able to influence it in ways you never imagined. Consider this. Everything you see and feel comes from a single concept or basic idea in someone's head. Someone came up with this idea before the chair you are sitting on even existed. At one point, the instrument you used to listen to it was just an idea. The countless ideas and assumptions you have had over the years have led to your current living conditions. Now, I want you to stop and think seriously. Your thoughts are the foundation of your being. They are not just passing ideas. When you truly believe something with all your heart and assume it to be true, you start a chain of actions that turn that assumption into reality. This is essentially the law of assumption. It's about realizing that your experiences are shaped by your prevailing ideas and beliefs, not by daydreaming or wishful thinking. As you change your assumptions, your universe changes. Let me give an example. Have you ever known someone who always seems to be lucky? They tend to be lucky, win contests, and have the nicest parking lots. Now think about whether they believe that great things will happen to them or whether it is just luck. They see chances that others might miss because they expect success. They create their own luck by acting in a way that is consistent with their optimistic assumptions. Conversely, consider a person who seems to be constantly down on their luck. They complain that life is always against them and nothing seems to go their way. Are they really cursed, or are they unwittingly causing exactly what they fear by focusing on problems and assuming the worst? These two individuals are separated by their own assumptions rather than by external circumstances. The amazing thing is that you can choose which assumptions to make. You have the option to change your perspective and start assuming a different reality for yourself right now. Now, I understand what some of you are thinking. It sounds so easy. If it were that simple, wouldn't everyone be living their ideal lives? And you are right in your skepticism. The law of assumption is not a magic wand that can change your life in an instant. It requires persistent work, strong faith, and above all, action. As you can see, assuming a new reality is not just about thinking positively, but about living this new reality in every part of your being. It involves experiencing the feelings of the intended outcome as if it has already happened. It involves acting inspired and in accordance with your new assumptions. Let's take a closer look at this now. Making a new assumption about your life is like saying to your subconscious mind, "This is my new reality." Since your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is imaginary, when you constantly feed it new assumptions, it starts working to make these assumptions your life experience. But the important point here is that you can't just reflect on your new reality for a few minutes every day before going back to your previous patterns of thought and behavior. You have to work on this new assumption. When you make choices, you have to act as if the outcome you want is already real. To be who you want to be, you have to act, speak, and feel as if you already are. This may seem difficult, and in the beginning it can be. Because of the way our minds are made, we are creatures of habit. However, the capacity of the human mind to adapt and create new brain connections is what makes it so beautiful. When you regularly work on new ideas and assumptions, you are physically rebuilding your brain. Think about learning a new skill, like playing an instrument. At first, it feels awkward and uncomfortable. With practice and repetition, it becomes second nature, even if your fingers don't seem to accomplish what you want. The same goes for your ideas and assumptions. With regular practice, what seems strange at first will become your new normal. Now let's discuss the power of emotions. Emotions are the fuel that keeps your assumptions alive. The law of assumption is strengthened when you can experience the happiness, excitement, and gratitude of your desired outcome as if it has already happened. Let's say you want to achieve financial abundance. It's not enough just to think, "I want more money." You also have to imagine that you are wealthy. If you were already financially secure, how would that make you feel? What emotions would you feel? Would you feel relaxed, confident, and giving? Start experiencing these feelings now. Let them affect your daily activities. Many people can grasp this concept academically, but find it difficult to experience it. They allow their emotional state to be determined by their current situation. But remember that the assumptions you made in the past shape your reality today. No matter what your eyes tell you, if you want to change your destiny, you have to start experiencing your new reality right now. This is like planting a seed. You believe in the process and you don't dig it up every day to see if it grows. You think that if you give it sunlight and water, it will grow into a beautiful plant. Your new thought is like a seed. Place them in the rich soil of your thoughts, take care of them with good feelings and harmonious behavior, and believe that they will flourish. Now, I want to talk about something very important. Ignoring reality or pretending that there are no difficulties is not about the rule of assumption. It is all about choosing where to direct your attention and energy. You have the choice to see challenges as opportunities for personal growth that bring you one step closer to your goal, or as confirmation of negative assumptions. A change in perspective is essential. Every encounter, every failure, and every victory is an opportunity to solidify your new beliefs. Take time to appreciate every positive event, no matter how small. When obstacles come your way, ask yourself, how can I use this to grow? How does overcoming this fit with my new assumptions about myself? Let's talk about action. Of course this happened. This is who I am now. This is my new reality. The law of assumption is misinterpreted by some as allowing individuals to wait for their desires to come true. However, this is not how it works. Assuming a new reality is certain to result in inspired action. You automatically take action to realize something that you think is truly attainable and that you assume is already yours. Think about this. What would you do if you thought you were going on vacation next month? You would start organizing, packing, and making plans at work. The trip would not happen spontaneously while you were sitting on your couch. Any assumption is subject to the same rule. When you really believe it, you automatically take action. The main difference is that this action is motivated by inspiration rather than desperation. When you work with outdated, constricting concepts, taking action can seem like hauling rocks uphill. It is difficult, exhausting, and often results in burnout. But when you live with your new assumptions, inspired action seems natural. Instead of pushing yourself to achieve your goals, it seems as if you are being pulled towards them. Now let's face the problem of unspoken uncertainty. Assumptions suffer from doubt. Who do you think you are? You can't do this. It is not possible for you. This voice can be powerful, especially when you first start to question your assumptions. But the problem with skepticism is that it is just another assumption. It's an assumption that you are worthless, incapable, and unable to do anything. And just like any other assumption, you have the possibility to change it. When uncertainty arises, don't fight it, because it will arise. Don't ignore it or try to push it away. Instead, notice it, accept it, and then make a strong but gentle decision to assume something else. Watch me. This is who I am now. This is what I can do. Remember, the law of assumption is never about not having negative ideas. It is about choosing which thoughts to nurture and believe. If doubt tells you that you cannot achieve something, respond with something like, "Follow me." Instead of being a passive spectator of your mental environment, you must become its conscious producer. As you do this, you will notice something surprising. Your new assumptions will begin to be reflected in the world around you. It will seem as if opportunities will suddenly appear. Individuals will react to you in various ways. Unimaginable things will start to materialize spontaneously. But here's the thing, waiting for these external developments to confirm your new beliefs is counterproductive. You must first embrace the new reality, experience it deeply, and consistently act accordingly. External changes have consequences, not causes. Have you ever bought a new automobile and found that model everywhere? Your mind is now tuned to notice cars, even if they are always there. Changing your assumptions has the same effect. Your new assumptions make you more aware of and sensitive to the opportunities, resources, and support that are always available to you. This brings us to another important aspect, patience. The purpose of the law of assumption is to create a new pattern or way of being, not to provide instant gratification. Also, like any major change, it takes time to fully materialize in your real world. Consider this. If you've spent years believing that things are hard, that there's a deficiency, or that there's a difficulty, it will take some time to completely change your entrenched behaviors. But the beautiful thing is that the change starts immediately in your inner world. The moment you decide on a new premise and start living by it, you have changed your reality. Be patient with yourself. The external manifestation is just trying to catch up with you. Above all, enjoy the adventure and be consistent. One of the most exciting and inspiring journeys you can take is to use the law of assumption to intentionally create your reality. Now let's tackle a topic that many people find confusing: other people's opinions. When you start living with new, empowered assumptions, you may discover that not everyone in your life is supportive. Some may try to dissuade you, others may be skeptical. Remember that their reactions are based on their assumptions rather than yours. They may believe that you need to be realistic, that individuals don't really change their lives, and that change is difficult. But you are not limited by their assumptions. The story you write is your own. In fact, other people's reactions can be a great way to validate your new beliefs. When someone shows skepticism, let it reinforce your belief rather than cause you to question it. Silently thank them for giving you the chance to further confirm your new assumption. As you continue to live according to your new assumptions, a surprising thing will happen. Those around you will begin to change. Others may naturally drop out of your life because you no longer connect with their energy while others may be motivated by your metamorphosis and go their own way. You will meet new people who share your new way of being. One of the most wonderful features of understanding the rule of assumption is the ripple effect. As you transform your inner world, you become a beacon of hope for others. When someone takes responsibility for their assumptions and consciously shapes their reality, you show what is possible. Now, I want to discuss a very important topic: how the law of assumption affects gratitude. Feeling gratitude is like giving support to your assumptions. When you are grateful for what you have, for what you will become, and for the person you are becoming, you can more effectively connect yourself to your intended reality. The important thing is that it's not about feigning happiness or forced euphoria. It's about discovering sincere reasons to be grateful, especially under difficult circumstances. If you believe that everything is happening for your good, you can give thanks in any situation. Did something not go as you planned? Appreciate the lesson learned and the opportunity to validate your new assumptions. Did something go wrong for you? Appreciate the opportunity to show yourself how resilient you are and how connected you are to your new reality. This grateful mindset does a wonderful thing. It creates a receptive mindset. When you are truly grateful, you give the universe the message, "I'm ready for more." You assume that abundance, that good things will always come to you. And you know what happens? This assumption becomes your reality. Let's talk about visualization. Another effective strategy for understanding the rule of assumption. Your brain cannot distinguish between a real event and a vividly imagined one. Your subconscious is programmed to accept your chosen world as real when you regularly picture it in rich sensory detail. However, this is where many people make a mistake when it comes to visualization. They approach it as a passive mental movie. If you want to take full advantage of the law of assumption, you must actively work with your vision. Imagine completely immersing yourself in the experience of your chosen reality. Experience the feelings, the excitement, and the ecstasy as if it were happening right now. This is where the magic happens. When you clearly see your desired outcome and experience the emotions that go with it, you send a powerful signal to your subconscious mind. The idea that this is your reality is being reinforced by you. When you put this into practice, you will start to see changes in your thoughts, feelings, and behavior. You will discover that you are drawn towards events and chances that match your new assumptions. It's like tuning into a radio station. When the dial is turned to the right frequency, the music becomes audible. Your life is no different. You are constantly tuning your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to the frequency of your ideal reality, coordinating them with your new assumptions. Experiences, people, and situations that resonate with this frequency will begin to appear. Also remember that the law of assumption is a continuous practice rather than an isolated event. The more you interact with your assumptions, the more you will strengthen them and create long-lasting changes in your life. So trust the process, be patient with yourself, and enjoy the journey. Each step you take in grasping the rule of assumptions will bring you one step closer to your ideal world. Assumptions have the ability to shape your life. Take control and see how your world changes. This is the end of this video. If you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell notification to be notified of our videos before anyone else. Hope to see you in our next video. Goodbye. Hope.